I remember that in my 20s, I got a comment from one person saying that she couldn't really take my hair care advice just because I was still in my 20s and of course my genetics. So it's obvious when you're young, and when you're in your 20s, it's easy for you to grow your hair or to have your hair long and healthy, which is very ironic because when I was in my 20s, my hair was actually very damaged. So just because I have good genes, that did not save me from me personally damaging my hair using heat and constantly dyeing my hair. But aside from that, she said something along the lines of like, just wait till you hit your 30s and I will change my tone regarding hair care, and I will have a very different conversation or opinion about it. So I definitely understand, and I didn't take any offense off of that comment and what she said, because those reasonings are actually very valid. Just because it's true, as you get older, your hormones change, you know, the stress in your life changes. Of course, you have different priorities now. But the thing is that I've proven that all of the hair care advices that I've been giving you guys and I've been doing personally on myself has been working, just because my hair in my 30s is actually so much better than it was in my 20s. And I think you guys can see it from right here. And by the way, this is what my hair looked like when I was in my 20s. And this is what my hair looks like now in my 30s. So I can see that my hair growth rate also has been a lot faster, if you guys have been keeping up with my hair growth journey here. But however, I can totally relate, and I can say that it's a whole new different ball game when you're trying to grow out your hair, especially when you're in your 30s or as you get older. So this hair care advice is not going to be your typical, you know, just drink water and put oils on your scalp kind of advice, just because when you get to our age, we need so much more than that, okay? All right, so number one is to train your scalp like a muscle. Here are some few things that you guys need to know. Your scalp actually has tiny muscles that can get tight over time, especially around your crown area or your forehead area. And when that happens, your blood flow slows down. So of course, your hair follicles gets weaker. Okay, so instead of just massaging, try lifting your scalp with your fingers or using your palms, like you're gently moving the skin. So you're not tugging or pulling the hair, you're actually moving the skin on your scalp itself, not the strand. So the goal is to feel the skin slide over the scalp, not rub the surface or tug your hair. So you should feel a subtle movement or a gentle wave of skin shifting, not pain or pulling. So what it does, it loosens the tight fascia, the connective tissue around the scalp, which can restrict blood flow. So better circulation equals more oxygen and nutrients reaching your hair follicles. So over time, it helps wake up dormant follicles, and it reduces scalp tension that often leads to hair thinning. I think that's what they also call the scalp over skull method, kind of like in a way lifting your scalp rather than just like scratching your head. All right, number two is to boost your ferritin and not just your iron. Now this one is huge. Now I know a lot of people have their iron checked, but they don't really get their ferritin levels checked. Now ferritin is your iron storage. So if your ferritin is low, your hair can shed, it can feel very thin. And at the same time, that would actually be one of the reasons why your hair just refuses to grow. So of course, for this, you have to ask your doctor to have a ferritin test. And you can actually raise it naturally by eating pumpkin seeds or taking in pumpkin seed oil. You could get it from either liver, lentils, or even a spoon of black strap molasses. So you could either go for supplements or just take it directly from your food. All right, number three is to hack your collagen the smart way. Now, collagen supplements are great, and I've shown you guys, you know, the collagen that I've been taking in personally. But the thing is, nobody talks about your body actually needs glycine and vitamin C to actually use that collagen. So next time you make your coffee or your smoothie, just add a pinch of gelatin powder and squeeze a lemon or camu camu powder. Now this combo helps your scalp builds stronger collagen and it boosts keratin production from the inside out. All right, number 4 is to eat sulfur-rich foods. Now we always hear, somebody saying eat more protein, but what your hair really needs are sulfur-rich amino acids. They're what makes your hair resilient and shiny. So what do? Of course, is to load up on eggs, especially on the yolk, onions, garlic, and broccoli sprouts. Now, sulfur strengthens keratin bonds, so basically it's the glue that keeps your hair from breaking. All right, and number 5 is to repair your hair at night. Now, hair grows the fastest when you sleep, just because that's where your body goes into deep repair. But here's the thing, the quality of your sleep actually matters, okay? It's not just the hours that you get, but it's the quality of the sleep that matters too. So I think I've mentioned this before, but taking in magnesium glycinate before bed, it actually helps calms your nervous system, it lowers your cortisol, and it improves deep sleep. And personally for me, I've been trying taking in melatonin just because I'm correcting my sleeping patterns right now, just because of my work. My work schedule has changed. So I have to retrain myself to sleep, to get that quality sleep. And also make it a habit to sleep before 11 p.m. just because that is the time when your growth hormone peaks, which your hair is really gonna love. All right, the next one is balance your hormones naturally. Now, when you're in your 30s, your estrogen dips, and DHT, or the hormone that is linked to hair loss, actually rise, but there are natural ways on how to balance it. Now, you could either drink spearmint tea because it helps lower DHT. Also, you can add in flax seeds or take in pumpkin seeds. And also, I've been taking in pumpkin seed oil supplement just because they're rich in zinc and lignans that keeps your hormones happy and your follicles strong. All right, and last but not the least is to get morning sun on your scalp. Here's something wild about your hair follicles. Your hair follicles have vitamin D receptors, and sunlight actually helps activate them. Okay, so just basically 10 minutes in the sunlight every single day, or your scalp facing towards the sun, can help regulate growth cycles and can improve your overall hair health. Plus, as a bonus, it actually helps lift your mood and it keeps your body clock balanced. So that is it, you guys. I hope you all found it helpful, especially if you are in your 30s as well. Just because I've said that when you hit your 30s, your body's needs changes. So you can't just rely on topical products that you put on your hair, but mostly the focus should be on your health and what you're putting in your body. And also your stress levels comes into play there, and your hormones. I keep on mentioning this just because for women, if our hormones are disrupted, it really does affect your hair, your skin, and your mood. So that is it, you guys. I hope you all liked this video and found it helpful. And if you did, once again, please give this video a thumbs up and also share it to a friend if you are in your 30s as well, and if you're trying to grow your hair strong and long and healthy. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye.